The future is yours. But sorry, this year we're the champions. That line came from a quiet moment in the tunnel after the 2007 NBA Finals. Tim Duncan to LeBron James. And it summed up one of the most one-sided finals series in NBA history. A series so lopsided, it recorded one of the lowest TV ratings the finals had ever seen. Even before the series tipped off, the outcome felt inevitable. At just 22 years old, the young king LeBron James had carried the Cleveland Cavaliers through the Eastern Conference with momentum and belief. They swept the Washington Wizards 4-0 in the first round, beat Jason Kidd's New Jersey Nets 4-2 in the second. And in the Eastern Conference Finals, against the Detroit Pistons, LeBron delivered one of the most iconic moments of his career, slicing through 5 defenders, taking over the game when everything was on the line. After 3 seasons of growth, LeBron had reached the NBA Finals for the first time. Waiting for him was Greg Popovich's San Antonio Spurs, the powerhouse of the West, built around the perfectly balanced core of Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, and Manu Ginobili. The Spurs were already a finished product. Before the finals even began, most media outlets had effectively pronounced a death sentence on Cleveland. The gap was everywhere. Cleveland's starting point guard, Larry Hughes, never found his rhythm after joining the team, averaging just 14.9 points in the regular season. On the other side, Manu Ginobili was in his prime, putting up 16.5 a night. At point guard, the mismatch was even more brutal. Tony Parker averaged 18.6 points that season. Eric Snow, slowed by injuries, managed just 4.2. That left the entire perimeter offense in the hands of one man, LeBron James. But even when LeBron tried to close that gap by force, the Spurs still had their anchor. Tim Duncan, still the league's gold standard power forward, Duncan averaged 20 points and 10.6 rebounds that season, earning first-team All-NBA and first-team All-Defense honors once again. Cleveland's only real answer inside was Zydrunas Ilgauskas, a 2-time All-Star, but never starter. Anderson Varejao brought energy, but his numbers told the truth, just 6.8 points per game. And if that still wasn't enough, San Antonio had Bruce Bowen locking down the perimeter, with Robert Horry waiting on the bench, a man who had built a career on big shots and big moments. Offense, defense, experience. Cleveland couldn't match any of it. The finals opened in San Antonio, and from the very first possession, Popovich made the plan clear. Trap LeBron, collapse the paint, force anyone else to beat them. Whenever LeBron attacked the lane, the defense closed in immediately. Game 1 was a nightmare. LeBron scored just 14 points, shooting 25% from the field. Meanwhile, the Spurs were calm and surgical. Duncan controlled the paint with 24 points. Parker exploded for 27. Ginobili added 16. After 2 games, San Antonio was up 2-0. Then came Game 3, and more bad news for Cleveland. Larry Hughes went down with a leg injury and was ruled out for the rest of the series. The little support LeBron had was gone. LeBron kept fighting. He scored 25 in Game 3, 24 in Game 4, but the result never changed. The Spurs completed the sweep, winning the series 4-0. And in the tunnel after it was over, Tim Duncan looked at the young superstar and said the words that would echo for years. The future is yours. But sorry, this year, the championship is ours. That finals loss didn't end LeBron's story. It sharpened it. The following season, he took another leap, averaging 30 points, 7.9 rebounds, and 7.2 assists, winning his first scoring title. And just as he prepared to push for the championship again, a newly formed Big Three in Boston rose up as the next obstacle in his path.